Hopefully whoever is not in for team 1 loads in a second, as we got Kurdy sporting that team. We got Nasposhka, Rick, as well as Shaboshi. With Kurdy, it looks like first up. However is the 5th though. Hopefully they'll still be able to load in properly. We got ourselves Judy on this team. We got ourselves Dandruin, Holy Baron, Meese, and it looks like Leo is going to be first up. I like it. No, he's not going to be first up. Apparently not. It's going to be Dan instead. And Rick is going to be... Is it not Rick first up? Oh, no, it is Kurdy. Okay, it is Kurdy. Alright, never mind then. Got it. Is that what 11.7 the Titan Forge server coming out for you later? Is that when low 1.7? I think it's a 1.6. I don't think it's 1.16, is it? I think it's proper like 1.6, or maybe not. Who knows, honestly. But yeah, maybe. Like, I still think they should probably release those servers, the Titan Forge realms. Yeah, whoever is the 5th order for the team 1, we are not going to see him, I don't think, unless they're still loading in. It's just taking a second. Kurdy able to go for a proper opener. Got himself the Halo. He's not playing Archon, is he? No, he's still got the Rift. Dan kind of blinking all over the map right now. It's going to be a couple of Void Blasts. Yo, for Kurdy, the more Void Blasts he can do, the better. Look at this Void Blast doing damage. And they're able to amp up the Rift as well. So the more of those he can get, the better. Does get a big juke onto Dandruin. Blind does get to juke it out as well, since he was able to juke the kick. He's immune to CC for a short bit. However, Bubble still comes out for Kurdy. He's just trying to see if he can live. It does prepare VE. Maybe it'll be enough, but it still needs to have some kind of an out for the next stump potentially. But Dandruin, I think, is just dead. Yeah, he's just dead. Holy! I think him being able to get a couple of those Mind Blasts to proc a Spell Warden and then massive spelling it to continue the pressure. Dandruin, I don't think, just really had a lot of ways to recover, especially since he's a Hammer Paladin build. Herald at least can use the Dawnlight ability to self-heal, but the Hammer could do damage, but not really do that much self-healing. Not really. Meese with a full Ray of Frost. Kurdy does go for a full Disperse as well. He's going to eat a Frozen Bomb, which he is going to be able to, for the most part, disperse and just try to survive. Silence out by Kurdy. Got him some big Rift. Meese pops himself out of the block, so if you could potentially... Wait, you can still Mind Blast the pet. You can still Mind Blast and Void Blast the pet. That is still a viable strategy. Because I would still... The Rift is still on the mage, and I don't think it's going to switch over him. But yeah, next time you go for the Rift and the pet is still out, you just blast the pet. Because that'll just help you build a fat Rift and do a bunch of damage too. But mostly just for Rift building. Is going to be a full crash by Kurdy. He's got himself VE and Disprepare coming up very, very soon. But he's kind of in a rough spot in terms of what he can really do. He's got Fear, so maybe he could do CC just to give himself a little bit of defense. But Breath is not going to feel good. Stun is going to Shadow Crash. Maybe you should have went for a Fear off of that stun. Is going to go for a Fear. What is this? Mage just went through the wall? I'm sorry, what? He literally just went through the boxes. Mage just phased through the... Is that normal? Is that just a fear pathing? What is happening? What is going on? Kurdy does end up blasting out. Meese forces a second block. Does not have a massive spell for this one. But he's got himself a little bit of damage set up ahead of time. Does not have a silence. He's going to have PI, which Meese is going to steal. Spell stealing that PI. You still got to get yourself a Rift, I think. If you get just a Rift, I think you just win. Rift, maybe a DP or two, and you win. Me stealing that PI, but is unable to use it, unfortunately. Not using it offensively, just using it just to hold it. Just taking it from his hands just to hold it so he can't have it. Full channel with Rift. Full everything is available. Silence on Meese is just done. Kurdy lands a second kill. Well done, well done. I feel like for Kurdy, the best matchup right now is probably Boomkin. And none of these classes that are up next are going to be great, but I think Boomkin is going to be the best one. Oh, they're missing Mage. That's what they're missing. I just realized. Because both teams used to have a Mage. I was going to be like, yo, I wish I had Mage food. But I forgot that they normally would have Lajati. Jayhawk, that's what it would be. Oh, I guess they're still letting him at least get a little bit of that reset. That is nice, though. That is nice. Giving Kurdy at least an opportunity here. Even Kurdy got the dog, dude. Everybody's got the dog on. I'm literally the only person... that's so good looking. Holy, that looks so good. Scotland forever. That's gonna juke on the Paladin kick though for Curdy. That's huge. I don't know if he's able to juke like a Hodge or anything, but that's massive. They're trying to juke a kick. That's gonna be a Void Blast. Yeah, the Paladin can't kick. For Curdy, he's got himself big silence. Massive rift. That's a lot of healing for Curdy with a desperate pair. Maybe looking for a massive spell. Another juke. Does Holy Baron go down here? DPs are in. Damage is in. Bubble is in. Curdy can trade now. Curdy can trade Disperse for that bubble. He just gotta find a way to have some kind of big heal. He's just surviving. He's just living for now. He's okay with this. He still has the Disperse, so he's got himself a big spell either way. Baron cannot really heal. He's just spamming Repentance into Curdy. Is he gonna have a Hodge though? Fear for Curdy. Do you have a proper go here? You can still Disperse. You can still get yourself a big go. There goes Disperse. He got himself the Rift. He's believing in the Rift. Oh my god, Curdy! Holy! Twice with Paladins, he's able to get a lot of cooldowns out of him. Massive spell as Spell Warden, get a bubble, and then not have to Disperse and play it safe. But Drudy, unfortunately, has too many stars for the man. Curdy! That was incredible. That was actually incredible. Man. Literally one-man army. Exactly what Team 1 needed since they're missing a guy. Since they're missing a Magus. Call of Duty get hit with an Axe Toss, getting locked down for a second with a Dreadstalker joining in right after. Unless Drudy can get himself the Grove back in, which I don't think he's going to be able to until... He might... I was going to say maybe he can Shadow Meld, but he can't. He can't restyle these mobs. He can't do anything. Maybe cycling the main pet, but it's going to be Axe Tosses. Yeah, wait. No, the pets are going through walls, actually. Is this arena bug, chat? Is Dalaran Sewers bugged? Because I've never seen the pets going through walls like that. Look, now they're going to go around the boxes. But like that other box on the other side, it looks like they're going... No, you went through here as well. Never mind. Looks like the boxes are not solid objects. Maybe that's why that mage was able to be feared through them. Judy tried to see if he could do a little flip. Little flippity flap on the side. Got himself Sorcerer just flying in. Bit of damage, but Axe Toss with Rick just absolutely blast him out with an Infernal Bolt. Nothing he could do about it, with Leo literally the last one left to go versus Rick, to go versus Nesmershka and Shaboshi. So he's got to do as much damage as possible. Gertie actually ended up living for quite a while too. Lived for quite a long while. Silence, Rick getting cleaved down, not going for a wall just yet, gripping him back in. There goes the wall. Another stun right after. Do you have another port? Anything available? He has a gateway. He's waddled into it. Is he going to be able to take it? Try to see if he can get himself an angle in the gateway. I don't know if it's letting him. Blind for a second. He can't take the gateway. Yeah, it is bugging. I don't think the gateway works. The problem is I think it line of sight itself. The gateway is down below and the other end is... So one end over here and the other end over here, but I think it's not able to see itself. So it can't really line of sight. So you have to like jump to take it, but I think it might have been too far or not far enough. Because maybe it needs to be a little closer or maybe further. Maybe it's based on like jump distance. Or maybe you got to jump, glide, and then that'll give you just enough height to be able to like get line of sight. Because you also need to be able to see the other gate. Not only does the gate need to be able to see it, but you also need to be able to see it to even like go that direction. Which is weird. It's unusual. You would think the gate is like, if it's set up, it just takes you anyway. But apparently not. Leo AMS up immediately. Shaboshi instantly spell wardens it as his burst out for Leo, trying to make sure he doesn't get bursted by the scythe, the rest of the kit. But there's going to be a little bit of that silence damage, or silence together with the damage, together with the scythe, together with the actual pop of the thing. Gate was bugged, unfortunately. Yeah, I saw you jumping on it. I was like, yeah, likely that's what's going on. Likely that's what's going on. I hope they do fix that to make it more consistent. You know, there's gonna be a blind. Leo somehow has a second AMS, so you had a first one for the DK, for the Paladin. You got a second one? Is it that short of a CD? He's able to survive whatever damage the guy got going on. Shaboshi still has a bubble in case he needs to. I don't know if he used Light in Hands, but he is playing the Dawnlight build. And Leo not feeling that good from Dawnlight at all. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, that's hurting. That's not feeling that good. Cleave down, but it's going to be a bubble out for Shaboshi. Got himself continuous damage hits onto Leo. Has got himself death back together with a bit of the AMS stun onto Shiboshi. Breath still available. Got himself the scythe. Isn't enough though. That scythe may do it, but no. Shiboshi just continues to truck those Templars back to back and taking them out. Curdy picking up 3. Absolutely beautiful pickup by Curdy. Much as that team was lacking a member. Alrighty, boys. Let me know if you guys are good. If team's got 5 or if you're missing a body, let me know and we'll get another one going, yeah?